Ladies and gentlemen, let us all give a warm and resounding applause to our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Lowell Faye P. Abalde.
Thank you so much, and please be seated. I would like first to take this opportunity to thank the AHCI College Incorporated. Of course, spearheaded by, I always call her the Alpha Female, because this kind of endeavor is not really that easy. You have actually to give up your 100% moral focus and concentration right before you'll be able to come up with this kind of a group, especially in school handling a particular school. Dr. Maria Agnes Robnico, the school president of AHCI College Incorporated. I would like also to give due recognition and extend my appreciation to the faculty and staff, the competent faculty and staff of AHCI College Incorporated, as we also heard and mentioned earlier during our processional march, where we also saw and witnessed the processional march, of course, with our officers, the registrar, the campus administrator of AHCI College Incorporated. And this is actually comprised with two campuses. We have the Ipil, Zamboanga Buluan, Zamboanga Sibugay, and of course, we have the Wau Lanao, right? So thank you so much to our parents, our successful graduates. You are still considered to be candidates for graduation, and I know pretty well that all of you right now could actually feel the excitement, and you are actually waiting for that signal that you will now be affirmed as graduates by our stakeholders of the AHCI College Incorporated, which will happen few minutes or few hours. So, good morning to one and all. Good morning. Mayong buntag. Can we give a resounding applause to every one of you? You give yourselves a massive round of applause, because at this point in time, you are already right there at the edge. You're considered to be the edge, because this afternoon, you're going to have your own graduation exercises, and you will be wearing your togas. You will be actually accorded with such degree with the barn. Okay, our ministry coming from the barn. I am indeed elated to be invited for this ring hat ceremony. As a matter of fact, it was just actually yesterday when I learned that I am actually invited to be the speaker for this time. And so, what can I do? I have to, say yes to it, because it's also an honor for me to be here to share the insights, the values that I've been through, that I've actually gotten for the many years that I've spent in my life as a teacher. It's already 46, as was mentioned by our Toastmaster. And so I'm also very honored to inspire you, ladies and gentlemen, with the stories that also have I actually got in my life. And yeah, I would call it a huge success, of course, because I'm still standing right here and be able to share something from you students that you'll be taking home with you wherever you are, because later on you'll be considered to be professionals, and you will also share this kind of the values. You will also cascade that one to whomever you will actually meet. Our school right now is actually choosing a very good theme. This is all about in faith we rise, in service we lead, nurturing minds and upholding justice. Isn't it properly and wonderfully made? It's actually produced out of inspiration. And it could be the president of AHCI College Incorporated who tried to conceptualize what could be the best thing, what could be the best value that we're going to highlight for this afternoon's or for today's ceremonies. The theme which we have actually presented right here will also be my focus for today. So, in our theme right here, in faith we rise. We have, as you are going to experience right now, the ring hop ceremony, which is actually a culture, a tradition that we've been doing over and over again for years already, or not years, even centuries already. Like when you are actually go on stage and you're going to receive, you'll be wearing a sort of a ring. Whether that ring would cost an arm and a leg, or that ring is just only a cheap one. But the material thing right there is already considered to be given. But what is actually good in there is its ceremonies, its function. And in that function is giving you already the authority to shift from a very novice. You're a novice. You started at AHCI College Incorporated very young, very fresh. You didn't have yet that much of learning. You had, but eventually it is not actually enough. That is why you started with less, but when you already ventured, immerse yourselves in a lot of programs of AHCI College Incorporated, you have already imparted a lot of ideas, a lot of learnings, a lot of values. And this is actually the core values that AHCI College Incorporated would want you to possess. Because we do believe once you have gone through the process of making yourselves professionals, making you the best version of yourselves, if you just allow yourself to go in these processes, then you'll become the great diamonds. You'll become the golds. And I'm not actually referring to material thing. You can become the diamond in that particular community where you'll be into. You will become the greatest gold or these precious gems in your community because you will become the catalyst of change in your respective community. That is why we have here. How will you be able to do it? If you don't have actually the faith. And what is that faith? Luwal faith na ba po nakungalan, no? What is that faith? It is actually a great belief. It is a belief. It is a belief. You believe in yourselves. You have already established that particular self-worth. You have already established the confidence in you. And you will never be able to do it all by yourselves. Hindi po yan natin makukuha kung tayo-tayo na po lamang. As they say, no man is an island. Have you heard it? Have you heard it? That particular line? Very common and very permanent line when it says, no man is an island. Whether you are intelligent, whether you possessed already all the talents in the world, but you can never say that you can sail alone in that particular vessel. Because you'll be leading. And we are so fortunate that AHCI College Incorporated is here to guide you, to ossify your minds with these core values, to prepare you so that in the coming years, you will be jumping into or you'll be heading to a bright future. There's a bright future ahead of you. And you can only do that through your faith. You will actually be establishing your own blueprint. There must be blueprint. And that blueprint is your ambition. You started from day zero of your life. Have you already established a goal of yourselves? Yan po yung tanong na dapat natin talagang bibigyan ng kasagutan. As a student, there must be a goal that you're going to achieve. If you will just actually have a dream, you have dreams. You want to become a doctor. You want to become a nurse. You want to become a national leader. You become the president of the Philippines, a senator in the Philippines. But what you have to do is you're going to have a blueprint. And that blueprint that I'm actually mentioning is all about the goal. Because if you have already established your dream and you have not or you are not doing something on how you'll be able to achieve those dreams of yours, that dream or those dreams will just remain to be dream and never be fulfilled. That is why you need to have a blueprint. You started to come up with your goal. And I remember the lines of Benjamin Mays, and I quote, "The tragedy of life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach." The question, have you reached your dream? Have you fulfilled? Have you already gotten that particular dream of yours? What could be your answer? The answer is 100% yes. That's why you're here. Clap your hands for that.